All right, welcome back to Storytime, everyone.
Yeah.
And boy, do we have a set of stories for you today. Let's just say we're going to be talking about the dating stories of Jared and Britt. And
We're sharing 3 of them, baby.
3 juicy stories.
And each one is going to get progressively worse.
We can't make this up, you guys. We had quite the dating history. So
Let's just say, make sure you stick around for the last one because
Jared saw me with another man.
that is right. Walked in on Brittany with another man.
I'm dying. Okay, but
Yes, it is as bad as it sounds.
let's just, before we do that, does everyone have snacks? Do you have
Yes.
a beverage? Are you sitting down? Do you have a blanket? Are you cozy? You comfy?
You guys over there?
We got Finn right here. He just joined us. He jumped up in my lap the second we started talking. He was
Yep.
like, I'm joining
I
today,
know.
so I gotta snuggle him. And before we jump in to today's video, if you missed our last story time from last
Yes.
week, make sure you go back and watch it because that's when we tell the beginning of how we met,
Everything.
our first date, which
Exactly. Was it a mail-in bride order? No, it wasn't anything.
You are so rude. That's how today's gonna go.
Yeah. No. It's going to be sweet, sentimental.
Oh, anything but that, you guys. No, we have both romantic stuff and the uglier side of dating. Dating can be rough. Can we just
Well,
put that out
walking
there?
in on
Dating-
you with another guy, that's pretty ugly.
It was your own fault, though. Let's just put that there. Okay, so where are we gonna start? Story number 1 is
Let's say this. If you guys are not subscribed, you're watching this for the first time, definitely hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a like. And if you missed our other video, you can watch that at the end of this one.
And if you happen to be new here, so we do daily vlogging for the most part, but we are
Yeah.
doing these story times with our little podcast mics. Once a week, we're sharing some of our past stories, and we are going to be starting an infertility podcast soon. So we're
Yes.
kind of just getting used to talking to mics, everything like that before we start that. So let's rewind back to, as you guys remember, we had our first date, and then Jared was actually leaving for the summer for work.
Yeah.
And we ended up talking over that whole summer. So our relationship started off long distance.
So if any of you guys are going through a long distance relationship right now, listen up because this story is for you.
It's a good one. Okay, so as we mentioned, we were talking over the summer. We were FaceTiming every day, and it was awesome. I feel like actually long distance forces you to get to know someone, and because all you can do is talk. Like, that's literally
Yeah.
all you can do. And I loved it. We would talk for hours and hours at night. I mean, this guy doesn't stop talking, as many of you guys know.
As you guys can imagine, dating long distance is tough, but you know what? I loved it because it gave me the opportunity to learn more about Brittany, which I really enjoyed. It was so much fun talking with her.
That's so nice of you to say.
Yeah.
We would joke around. I remember just joking around. We could be our total selves.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. So he was gone for most of the summer. He
Yes.
did come back for the 4th of July.
So this is story number 1.
Yes, this is our first kiss, everyone. So we had not even kissed. We had only been on one date before
Yeah.
you left for the summer. That first date, we first met, and then
Yeah.
you were gone 2 days later.
Yeah.
So imagine talking with someone, getting to know someone, obviously their personality, as Jared was saying, but we had never even kissed yet.
Yeah.
And so
And I was waiting for that big juicy kiss. It's all I could dream about all summer long.
oh my gosh.
I booked that
Sure.
ticket with
Sure.
only the kiss in mind.
And you guys, it was a pretty amazing first kiss. I will say
Yeah,
that.
as far as first kisses go, this thing was magical. It was amazing.
It was awesome. Do you want to tell the story? Because you're the
Yeah.
one that kind of orchestrated it all. you
Well,
know?
we were listening to a movie, and so it was the 4th of July, weekend breaks, that sort
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
And I was telling her, it'd actually be a lot of fun to come, meet up and actually go on a second physical in-person date.
Well, yeah, I remember. Oh, we were already talking because you guys were
Yeah.
talking every night. I really
Yeah.
wasn't. I think I would go out on dates with a few other guys.
Yeah.
We weren't exclusive or
No,
anything yet.
no.
And I definitely know you were probably going on dates with girls out with summer cells with all the guys doing summer cells.
No.
But we won't get into that. We're not going to dive into that. He's blushing because he knows it's totally true. I've heard some stories from his buddies. Let me just say that. Anyways,
this is gonna get kind of dicey. Ooh, we're at number 3. Number 3 is the worst.
Why is
story.
it when bringing
We're
up
at number 1.
Why is it when bringing up past dating stories, it like sometimes brings up those emotions? Like we've been married almost 8 years, and it still brings up those feelings. Why is that? Let us know down below if you've ever felt that same way.
I don't know.
But okay, going back.
So anyway, I ended up wanting to come see her, and I ended up flying back to Utah because that's where we met. That's where we're from. And I flew back to Utah to meet up with Brittany.
He's like, I want to plan a really fun date. And I was like, okay, of course I'm like nervous because here we are, we talk like basically every day. But yet this is only our second time meeting like in person. Yeah. And we're really excited. I feel like I really know him, but it's like different when you're in person with someone. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
And so anyways, we ended up meeting up. He took me to a fun dinner. It's kind of like an earlier dinner.
Yeah.
And
early bird special. Had to save some money.
He's cheap. So we
it's true, I am frugal.
so we end up, I remember like hugging him. We kind of like, it was kind of like a movie moment. I remember just like running in, he gave me like the biggest hug, and it felt so natural, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was nervous to see like how it was actually going to feel being with him in person.
Well, I just had cardiac surgery, so I couldn't really see her super well. So I was just like, hey, what's up?
Cardiac? You mean cataract?
Oh, dang it.
That was perfect. He's trying to make fun of me, and he couldn't even get the joke out right. Cataract surgery, and he had not, everyone. He was trying to be funny.
That is so funny how badly that backfired. Okay.
So anyways, we meet. We had a really fun time at dinner. We walked around a little bit, these like shopping mall area. It's called the Riverwoods. It's a cute outdoor shopping area.
Yeah.
And then he was like, let's go back to my place. I have something planned that could be fun. Because he still had he was living in a house with a bunch of guys at the time, and he still had his place in Utah.
Yeah.
Even though he was gone for the summer working. So anyways, we go there, and you guys, he had planned, there was a reason why he planned the dinner earlier. You want to say why?
Well, it's because where I lived at in Utah had an epic view of Utah County and like Utah Lake. It was up on the mountain, so you could see the entire valley. And at sunset, the sunsets there were magical.
Beautiful.
Like absolutely incredible. It would reflect off the lake. You could see the mountains. Like everything about it was just incredible.
Yes.
And so I had planned an early dinner in advance, knowing that if it went well, I'd like to take her back to watch the sunset off the balcony.
And what was going to happen at that sunset, buddy?
You better believe it, baby. I got that big, juicy kiss. We were watching the sunset. We're on the balcony at like the little patio thing here at my place. And we're just watching it. We're talking. I put my arm around her. We're kind of snuggling like this. And I kind of do like the little like cheek nuzzle thing. And then the nose nuzzle. And I was like,
nuzzle. My heart's pounding like, okay, it's coming. He's going to kiss me.
And then I just kind of leaned in. And I gave her a big old smooch.
And I fainted and my foot popped, and it's the movies.
It was amazing. It was
like a good first kiss though.
Oh, and it was like seriously like the golden hour, the most pinkest, like orangest, beautiful part of the sunset.
It was hitting my eyes. They were glistening. My skin was glowing. It was just...
Seriously. Honestly, it was like the best first kiss ever.
It was a pretty good first kiss. And then after that, you guys, it just went downhill.
Everything was downhill after that,
don't let the movies fool you.
So going off to story number 2, because story number 2 does go downhill pretty quick.
literally. So after that, he was there. We met up that weekend basically, and then he left for the rest of the summer. He came back, I think, in like September. Yeah, probably.
And while I was gone, so from like July through September, we were talking the entire time.
Yeah, we were still talking and everything. And then at that point, you guys, it was like felt serious. We had talked about, we're like, okay, we don't want to date other people by that end. So,
but keep in mind, we had only like seen each other in person
a few days.
2 or 3 times?
We saw each other a few days
when
we were home.
Very little though, not even a week.
Yeah, not even a week. So flash forward, you guys, this is where it gets fun. So I'm so excited, okay? And he's coming home, obviously, I'm so excited to like hang out with him and everything. He gets home. We ended up going with some of my friends on a little like weekend trip up to Idaho to a cabin.
Star Valley or something.
Island Park, I think
Park.
it was. Yeah, with two of my really, really good friends. And so anyways, we go up there and we're spending time with each other. And let's just say at that point,
we knew. I knew.
We knew.
I knew.
Jared knew.
I knew.
The little immature part of
immature.
Jared.
Maybe here's
confused.
the thing. Here's the thing. That was the most time that we had spent together consecutively than our entire relationship up to that point.
And at that point, he knew, I don't want this. I'm out.
Get me
what
out
was
of
I
here.
thinking?
No, actually, in all honesty, though, it was like a little bit too much too fast for me, and it really like freaked me out. And I just kind of like told her like, hey, I don't think I can do this right now. Like, I don't know if we can be boyfriend, girlfriend. I feel like I need to date other people. This is all moving along way too fast for me.
My heart broke, everyone.
Well, guys, I mean, come on, relate with me. Even girls out there, relate with me. Like,
I know, being older now, I'm more mature. I totally see.
Ooh,
I know.
Who's more mature?
I know, I do see it now. But back then, when you're young, you know, barely in your 20s, and you're just starting into that, and you're like in a relationship, and then all of a sudden, the guy that you're like going steady with, whatever you want to call it, exclusive with, is like, whoa, this is too much. Like,
yeah.
I'm not ready to commit like this. I was like heartbroken. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yep.
And
that was just the first of many breakups, actually. And that's why the whole story of us being on a break is a little bit cloudy.
You know, our story is not one of those that's like, we met, we fell in love, it was game over. Like, we definitely both had some growing up to do, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think it was actually good because we needed to, like, make sure it was right. We were both busy at the time, you know, working, going to school. Like, there was just a lot going on. And so I think we both had things to figure out. And we just didn't jump in head first and, like, because a lot of people, sometimes you do that and it works out for some and some people it doesn't. So we won't go through all those details, but yes. So he was like, let's break up, like not be official. So that time I think we really didn't date for a while.
I'm pretty sure you hated me after that.
Yeah, I was heartbroken for sure. My friends hated you. My sisters did not like Jared. That's another story for another day. When Michelle comes and my sister.
Oh my gosh, we should share that.
Next time Michelle is here.
Michelle was so cold to me for the longest time, and I think it's pretty sure from the very first moment we met.
Of course, she's my sister. I tell her everything, right? So we won't get into that.
Oh yeah, we won't
give
share
that away.
If you guys are interested, we will share that.
Let us know if you want to hear that story because it's a good one.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
it's rough.
Anyways, we didn't really talk. I think we just took a few months off, and like I started dating other people, and he did. Yeah,
started dating other people, and essentially, in short, I would break her heart, she would break mine, and it happened about 2 or 3 times.
I can't even remember who reached back out to who.
Yeah.
I think you reached back out to me.
Yeah.
And we started talking a little bit. I think we kind of went on a few dates here and there.
She was begging at my doorstep.
Oh my gosh. Begging. Pleading.
Pleading, yeah.
So, but then we started like dating up again. To be honest, at the time, like I always had Jared like on my mind. He's always in the back of my mind, even though I was dating other people and things like that. You know, you're always like checking. At that time, it was like Facebook, I think, and like a little bit of Instagram, you know, their stories and stuff like that.
So here's the thing, was kind of like story number 2 is kind of coming to a close, but before it ends, let's just say that I was kind of coming to the realization that I wanted to be with Brittany more so than maybe Brittany wanted to be with me, which is going to lead to story number 3. Before we get to that, though, I will admit, just kind of like a little tender, you know, sweet little moment right now.
Oh, whoa. Everybody, hold on. Let's listen up closely now. I don't know what he's going to say.
So I was actually on a date with another girl. I'm not going to say who. But I was on a date with another girl, and it was actually like my 5th date with her. So it was kind of like, you know, pretty far into it.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking at the time, Brittany and I like weren't really, you know, dating, but I was kind of I was missing her a lot. And I remember being on this date with this other girl in the restaurant, out to dinner, and I'm looking at her, and she's great and fun and nice and all. But I remember thinking the entire time, I wish I was on a date with Brittany.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep. So I ended up ending things with her and just praying like crazy that Brittany would want to come back.
That point, we had dated like a few months before that quite a bit and everything. So we were kind of going back and forth. But at that point, I was unsure.
Yes.
And so we were on a break, right?
This is where it gets dicey, guys, because I thought that maybe I told her that I wanted all in and that I was ready. And I thought, and she gave me a hug. We ended up kissing that night. So I thought for sure that sealed the deal.
No, but there was no like, yes, like.
A kiss seals it.
That is. You guys, let's be clear. He was the one that wanted to date other people during this time.
Oh my gosh.
And then
totally,
I got into that.
such...
No, because this, you're making me sound. We need to set the stage clear, okay?
The stage is set.
I was like, okay, you want to date other people? Let's date other people.
Are you guys on Team Britt or Team Jared?
At that
right now?
point, we were dating other people, and I was more into the idea until Jared, when he was on that date with that girl.
Yeah.
Was like, oh, I just want to date Brittany. But
yeah.
Here's Brittany over here still dating around, not thinking too much about Jared. And
it's cool. Whatever.
I mean, like I said, he was always in the back of my mind.
Happy
but
8 years coming up.
I was trying to just move on and like, make sure on my end too.
Yes.
So anyways, now we get to the good story, you guys. And this is like our funniest dating story, I have to say. Like, we tell the story all the time.
It is straight awful.
It is so amazing just because it all came from this guy. It all started with him.
It did. So we're, together, officially boyfriend, girlfriend at this point. And
that is not true.
That's how I saw it in my
Not
mind.
true. Not in my mind. No. That's the whole, we were on the break with friends. If you've seen that, they both have different,
Yes, this is
thoughts
very
about
different. Very, very different. So I had basically reached out to Brittany, and she was telling me that she had kind of like a rough day. And so, I was thinking, it'd be really nice for me as the boyfriend to get my girlfriend.
Stop. Don't say boyfriend.
So I thought it'd be really sweet to like get her like a pick-me-up. So I got her favorite candy, and I got her some pink roses because I knew that she'd love pink flowers.
Which is ironic because you guys literally yesterday he got me pink roses. They're sitting on our counter right now. So that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Actually, as we're telling the story.
Exactly.
Side note, but.
So I got her some pink roses, a dozen of them actually. So as a college kid, it's kind of expensive, I'm kind of going all out here for my girlfriend. What else would I do though? I'm the good boyfriend. So here I am heading over to her house to go surprise her, make sure I can go leave these in her room. And at the time, Brittany was living at her brother's house, kind of like just temporarily. She was kind of in between places.
So my brother, he was single at the time. He had a few roommates.
Yeah.
So I had my own room there. So I was living with like a bunch of guys. People were coming in and out all the time.
All the time.
Like he didn't like ring the doorbell. Like you just like walk in the garage door, which actually we should probably kind of paint the picture so you guys can view this.
Oh, I'll paint it.
Okay, paint the
Yeah, I got my Bob Ross already set up for this. All right.
So it's that night.
Yeah, this is rough. All right. So here we go in. I walk in through this garage that everyone just always enters through. And right when you walk in, it leads into like the kitchen. And then if you're like walking in, so imagine you're walking in through the garage door, you're into the kitchen. Immediately to your left is the family room area where the TV's at. And there's a couch there that's obviously facing the TV. So if you're on the couch, you can't see anyone behind you in the kitchen who just came in from the garage.
So it's kind of like if we're sitting on our couch in the family room facing you guys right now, the garage door is behind us.
Yeah, behind you.
And then the stairway up is to this side of me, right? So if we're facing this way, the stairway's on this side up against the wall.
Exactly. So Brittany's room was upstairs. Anyway, so anyone who's watching TV can't see anyone who's going up the stairs or who is entering through the kitchen.
Until they get like far enough up the stairs, right?
Exactly.
They're kind of behind you to the side.
Exactly. But for the most part, because so many people are going in and out of the house, no one thinks twice. I walk in with my roses, my pink dozen roses, my chocolate for Brittany, and maybe even a sweet letter about how much I appreciated and loved my girlfriend.
Stop saying girlfriend.
Here I am.
Not boyfriend, girlfriend.
As soon as I walk in, it's dark. There's a movie going on, and I'm thinking, not a big deal. Her brother's probably watching a movie with his girlfriend, no biggie. They're laying down, cuddling on the couch. They got a blanket on, snuggling right up against each other. being a little cute with like little nuzzles with the nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
I think we were
yes.
basically sitting like this. Maybe we had a blanket.
No.
Maybe his arm was around
No.
me. Let's just
No,
not
no, no.
pump the brakes
Hold
a little
on,
bit.
no. Do not believe that. This is the picture. We are painting. This is what happened. So I'm not even thinking twice about it. It's just like, oh, I'll be really quiet, not to interrupt or anything like that. So here I am, taking my roses, going up the stairs. At this point, I am literally maybe 2 feet from the people laying on the couch. And I am walking up the stairs slowly, not wanting to like interrupt or, draw attention. And as I go up the stairs, you got to turn and go back up.
Like to another flight of stairs.
And I hear a giggle, a girl's giggle. I think to myself, oh, I'll just kind of glance down, what's so funny? Lo and behold, it's Brittany. She is cuddling with another man. That's right. I walked in to Brittany with another man.
Jared, you got what you asked for. You wanted to date other people. I was moving forward with that, I was just trying to move on. That's all I was doing. I was doing what Jared asked.
Hold on.
How can you blame me?
This is where it gets, it's bad. It's pretty bad. So I am like fuming at this point.
And I didn't even look over. I think it's my roommate. Like, I just think it's someone that lives there.
I am so mad. And so a part of me is just like, you know what? I want to just like let them have it. Like I am just so
I was doing
annoyed
nothing wrong.
and bugged and bothered that my girlfriend's cheating on me.
My girlfriend.
I walked in on my girlfriend with another man. That's the title of this video. Actually, no, I walked in on my wife with another man because she gave me my wife later on. So here's the thing: is that I walked in on her with another man. I'm fuming. I look like a complete dope with my pink red roses and my chocolates and my sweet letter.
The love note.
Yeah. So instead of causing a scene, I end up just going back down the stairs and going out the same way that I came in, super quiet. But I was so mad, like so mad that the second I got out of the house, I went straight to the garbage can, opened it up, and just threw the flowers in there.
He threw it all away in the garbage can.
Yeah.
You guys, like the garbage can's right next to the garage.
Yep.
Can you just imagine sweet
I was
Jared?
mad. I lifted that thing up. I was like, ugh.
Throw them away. I'm done. And here's little Brittany just doing what Jared asked, trying to move on. I was cuddling with this kid, and I do remember.
He was a kid. Let's put it that way.
Stop. I do remember like hearing someone go up and then hearing them go back down, and I kind of turned around and I saw like the garage door shut, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, I wonder who just like came in and left. And I had no idea it was Jared. But then let's just say a little bit later, I got a very lengthy text message.
Yep.
And
I was like, how could you? You said that you wanted to be together forever. We were boyfriend, girlfriend, and here you are cheating on me.
Let's just say his true feelings came out in that text, and he obviously felt like we were on the same page, and he was her, and...
So keep in mind, at the very beginning of the story, I said that I wanted to be with her, and she gave me a kiss. So that sealed the deal.
No, but it was we never had the conversation. I think I even said, like, I'm going to continue to date other people.
I'm pretty sure we did.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No, I know we didn't. I would never do that.
This story is so dicey. I love it.
Look at him. He's just trying to just pull you guys in and get you to agree with him.
So this all happened.
We were on a break. That's as
whatever.
simple as
Whatever.
it. We were on a break. We could date other people. I was doing that, and... Jared brought his little flowers and got his little heart crushed that night. Like he crushed my heart a few times before. It was karma.
Hold on. The karma is what's coming up.
Wait, what's coming up?
Anyways, that's basically the end of the story. But a little sweet little like cherry on top here, not with me, but for her, is that she ended up continuing to date this guy, went on a date that was beyond horrendous.
It was not horrendous. Okay, we're not going to get into that. It was not horrendous. We're not going to get into that.
It was bad.
It was not.
And after that, we ended up dating again.
It was not bad. But I did realize I love Jared. I think at that point, we had been through enough. We had dated enough people. We just kept coming back to each other, even though like we kept breaking each other's hearts and like I think at the end of the day, like, we just realized we really did love each other and we'd always come back to each other.
Yeah.
And there was something special there. So at the end of the day, it all worked out, you guys. We dated almost 3 years. I mean, the first year and a half were very, like, obviously up and down. And then the middle was okay, but then, you know, and then we had our final little situation go down. And then after that, our last year was awesome.
Yep.
We were really solid. We knew this is what we wanted. Then we got engaged, and the rest is history.
That's right.
So,
rest is history.
So you could say, you know, our dating story was the real life Friends. In terms
really
of
was.
like, you know, breaking up, the break thing, all of that.
Cheating, walking in on someone.
Oh my gosh. There were even a few car crashes in that situation. That's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But
we totaled both of our cars while on a date with each other.
Yeah, so that was fun
it was
too.
Bad.
Yeah, it was. But at the end of the day, you guys, obviously, I ended up with the best guy ever.
That's right. And you know what? I ended up with the best girl ever. I was willing to forgive her. Let's put it that way.
Oh my gosh. Here I am trying to say something sweet.
No, I really did. I really
did.
In the end, I picked the winning horse, and I could not be happier. Seriously, like, Brittany is amazing, and I am really, really left out.
The winning horse.
Yeah.
Giddy up, everyone. So let me say this. It ended how it was supposed to.
Exactly.
And you know what? We have a lot more stories to tell. And speaking of that, if you missed any of our last story times, make sure you go back and watch them. We shared an awesome one, as we mentioned, our first date, but then as well, one where I almost got taken over in Europe when I was a nanny. So
exactly. So if you guys miss either one of those, we will link them down below for you so you don't miss out. We can even link them at the end of this video for you guys to watch.
Yes.
But let us know any other stories you guys would like to hear from us. And until next time, we'll see you later. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.